Hello folks, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this box here from Brighting Star, as you can see here. And Brighting Star contacted me if I wanted to review one of their lenses and have an ongoing collaboration that I hope we will keep it long, because I selected one lens even though I wanted to select at least 3 of them. They had the 50, I think 0.9, and then the 28 2.8, which I was super tempted because it looks so cool, so small, and it would be so amazing on my S5IIX. And then there was this one. And let's go and unbox it, so you will go to see which lens I decided and yeah, why and how it performs, right? So let's unbox it. I'm not this kind of super cool YouTubers that have those cool knives. I'll just use a pen. I like it. What is the inside of this box? Well, you have this nice bubbles that you can pop. See it down there. And then we have the lens. So I decided to go with this lens here. I went with the 9mm f5.6 ultra-wide lens, and inside there is a really good reason why I went with this lens, because this lens has one feature that really makes it step out from compared to the 7 Artisan one. So let's go and see what is inside, right? So this is kind of a nice box, just, ooh. Okay, it comes out pretty easily. And okay, already on top, I can see perfectly the thing that I was talking about, what makes this lens actually step out compared to the 7 Artisan one. This ND filters and, well, literally this filters, and this is, what ND is this? This is the ND64. This is the ND1000. And this is a natural night real light filter. Interesting. We will go to test it out. And soon, later in the video, I will show you what this is, or how you mount this and where you mount this. And that is the thing, the feature in this lens. I have to say that this pouch, like this box, is like lit. Like it has like foams in it. Like this is the first time I see a company actually putting this amount of love into their like packaging system. Like usually there will be a lot of paper, a lot of like this cardboard things, but this is love, right, Star? This is love. Well done. This is amazing. I can keep this box. I will keep this box and use it for sure to keep something inside. It's so beautiful. Here's the lens. It's super small, I have to say, like, but it's heavy. Oh, it's really small, but it comes with some heaviness here, and it's amazing. Here we have the aperture ring. It's really smooth. Here we have the focus ring. It's amazing. It's really smooth, I have to say. And it's like 45, let me see. No, it's 90 degrees. Yeah, it's 90 degrees turning. So to go from one side to the other side. So it's not like a linear way, you know, where you have to do all the 360, but it's like 90 degrees, and it's really cool. And then we have the aperture ring that is not declickable, but I don't care. If I set my aperture ring, I'm not touching it anymore anyway. until I stop recording and starting again. So it's amazing, and it goes from 1.6 to 22, so that's really, really cool. And if we take away the cap, which is plastic, but really like a durable plastic, it doesn't seem like a cheap plastic. And all of this, the body itself is like metal, and this part here is like, yeah, all of it is metal build. It's amazing. And as you can see here, it's an ultra wide, so of course it's gonna come out, you know, like it's normal, it's to be expected. And yeah, I love it. I really love the feel of it, how it looks. And here it's basically the best part of it, the back here. This is not weather sealed because it doesn't have the rubber gasket, so you have to really pay attention. It's a cheap, relatively cheap lens, so I can't really expect them to do a weather seal lens. But here it comes the most interesting part, right? Because here it's where the filters go. There is like a 34 millimeter thread here, where you just like screw on your filter, and then from there you can mount it on your camera and start shooting. And yeah, and that's how they solved the problem, because of course it's an ultra wide lens, so the front element comes out. And this is how it's so smart at this price point to have this really super cool feature. I would have loved that it would have come maybe with a pouch or something, because that would have been really, really like helpful to transport them. But I have a lot of pouches laying around, so I would just reuse one of them. So yeah, it's quite cool. I love it, and for sure I will be using it a lot. So I have no clue how how wide this is. I don't even have clue how I'll look, if I even like I am in focus. I might be, I might not be, but look how insanely wide this field of view is. Like, it's crazy. My gosh. And then let me see. There is of course some huge distortions when you go on the sides. It's normal, but you just have to place yourself in the middle. And I'm actually wondering how do I look? Because now I'm using basically an open gate, and then I'm just gonna crop into the sensor. And yeah, how does it look like? Wow. But this lens actually looks amazing though. This lens actually looks amazing on the camera. Like, look at here. This is dope. It looks so good. I'm pretty sure like on the S9, it could be a really, really good fit for the S9. Look at this. Forget about the chaos on my table, but look at this. This is really, really dope. Yeah, let's go outside and shoot some things, right? It took me a long time to just showcase it, and let's go outside and shoot something then. So yeah, we are here in the park taking some pictures to showcase how beautiful this lens is. It's really compact, as you can see on the S5IIX. Super compact and beautiful. Now I'm gonna take a picture of this beautiful tree here. Fortunately, now we have lost all the beautiful color we had. Fortunately, I didn't receive the lens on time to be able to capture the beautiful autumn colors, but hey, It's quite cool still, it's quite beautiful. There is actually a waterfall there, and that's my main goal, to go and capture the waterfall to showcase the beautiful ND filter feature that this lens have. So yeah, let's go there. No, I managed to find the spot. They are working there, so I can't do anything. There is a block there, and then the waterfall is there. But unfortunately, I cannot go take pictures because they are doing some work. Maybe I can capture something from here. That looks pretty dope. So yeah, let's try and capture a nice picture of this bridge. A little bit boring shot because the sky is flat and there isn't really much texture, but hey, this is what we have, this is what we work with, but we are here to showcase how beautiful and useful this lens can be. So yeah, and the minimal focal distance that this lens can have, it's 0.45. So as you see, you can go really close. And for my testing, I can't see any chroma or luma aberration, so it's really good. And yeah, as you're seeing on the padlock, like silver padlock, there is no any type of luma or chroma franging aberration. As you can see, there is no any type of purple or like any type of greenish tint on the edges of the words or the letters and everything. So well done, well done. And it's pretty easy to focus too. I don't know, I haven't really found any issue on focusing because every picture that I'm taking looks like it's really in focus and nice, because it's at f.6 and it's really wide, so it's really difficult to not manage to focus properly. But of course, if you're too close, you can go in out of focus pretty easily. But if it's a subject is far anyway, I really, this type of distance, for example, it's really difficult to not nail the focus. But with the S5IIX or the S5 II, you have the EVF, so you just use the EVF. You manual focus well, you can activate the focus peaking and everything to help you out doing that. Unfortunately, with the S9, you will just have to rely on the back screen, which is pretty good, and maybe focus peaking to help you out. I popped in an ND filter in here because everything started looking too blown out, and don't really like when things are blown out. So let's go and test out this lens here. They have apparently a natural night rear lens filter that I'm really curious to test out. Look here, I can even test it out just like this on the DJI. It looks like everything kind of becomes like night-ish, like red, like it turns to bluish, you know, like night colors, right? So I might have found something to photograph. I don't know how beautiful this will look. It will look really like mostly like experimental thing, which it's not really my thing, but let's see. It looks sick. It looks like sickening, but it looks like a horror thing, but let's see. So who is this lens for? This lens is for landscape and architecture photography because this lens captures vast scene in one frame, ideal for one landscape and for tall buildings where space is limited. So for really small tight spaces like the restaurant picture that I captured and I showed, this lens is amazing for that type of places. It's really good connecting to what I just said for real estate photography because it makes room and spaces appear larger, helping to showcase a property layout, right? So it's really, really cool. And it's really beautiful even for astrophotography, because this lens is great for night sky shoots, capturing a large portion of the sky in one frame often gives a really, really cool dramatic view. So I didn't unfortunately manage to capture anything at night because here is really, really cloudy and there isn't really much to capture, but I'm pretty sure on the internet there are going to be plenty of images to basically see how night photography is with this lens. Creative close-ups and exaggerated perspective is what this lens can really get you, because it can create unique stylized shots by placing subject close, to the lens, creating a striking and exaggerated perspective that distorts the background. So I think this lens is a beautiful looking lens that produces beautiful looking images. The smooth focus ring and the really, really good, not declickable aperture ring, it feels super, super good and super, super smooth. I actually love it. The ND filter system, it's really the killer feature for this lens, because there is another manufacturer out there that has the same basically type of lens, but this ND filter, it's what makes this lens, I think, a little bit more worth it. The field of view with a really well-controlled distortion, it's something that I love about this lens, because you will never imagine that a lens like this could have such a really good controlled distortion. So yeah, pretty surprised, especially at the price point of $439.99, which is quite a good price if I have to be sincere. And I'm talking about dollars, of course. So you do all your conversion and taxes of your own country. And then it comes in E mount, RF mount, Z mount, and L mount. And of course, I have the L mount here. And yeah, I love using this lens, and hopefully I can get to test more of the brightening stars lenses, because that 28 2.8 is on my list, and the 50 is on my list too. So thank you, Brightening Star, for sending this lens and for letting me test it out. And yeah, guys, there is a link down below that will basically allow you to go check out this lens and see all the other properties in better, and just read it by yourself, and well, buy it if you feel like you want to buy it. And thank you for sticking here and for listening to me babbling. Let's have a chat down below on what you think about this lens, and give me some tips of how I could actually use this lens. Well, take care of yourself, and we are going to see each other in the next video.